the first day of the new year, and what better way to start than by sitting in the sun, having one of my favorite gardening authors, that's Monty Don's book, My Garden World, reading that in the sun. And I just want to show you the absolutely gorgeous 1st of January that we are having here in the mid. Absolute bright sunshine, beautiful. And I'm going to take you around my garden now. So the scented leaf geranium actually looks quite nice. I had cut it back in last month, I think I did that. Yeah, well, today is 1st of January, so it must have been in December. It took off all the woody bits and pieces, and now if I go inside and just want to show you that you see there is already fresh growth here, so I can take this one down as well, right to the fresh growth, and leave the fresh ones in. So this is marvelous. This is going to go in my flower bouquets because they smell absolutely gorgeous. And then just want to show you the avocado tree and how it has grown. It's almost that you can actually watch it grow. It grows that fast. It's crazy, and it's beautiful. It's got lovely leaves, and hopefully we'll have some fruits that we can harvest. And in this spot at the bottom where I had just put in some tulips, as you can see, there is already growth that's happening. So spring is definitely on its way, thankfully. I'm very happy about that. The rosemary, I might need to prune this a little bit because this is getting a little bit out of control. Completely, it's occupied half the path, so I need to cut that back. And the lavender looks gorgeous, beautiful form. Actually, I wanted to have a second lavender on the other side so that you have a kind of a balanced bit on both sides. But okay, I'll leave it as that for now. The ranuncs in this pot have grown quite a lot. If I look within, like, this is not a ranunc leaf. You see that? This one is definitely not a ranunc. Neither is this. So I'm just going to go in. Oh, but this is it's a poppy. Do you see the difference? This is a ranunc, and that's a poppy. So obviously I'm going to leave that in because everybody wants all the poppies you can ever have. You should always want them. That's Coco patrolling as usual. I have the ranuncs that were here on the ground grow as well. It's on the other side too. That's beautiful and lovely. I'm really looking forward to having the flowers. And let me show you the strawberry patch, which I managed to clean up by the end of last year. So I've already cleaned that up, cut it back, separated the plants, and now I'm going to feed the soil actually. That's what I normally do. And then wait for them to carry fruits. Well, first the flowers and then the fruits, but just want to show you how pretty it actually already looks. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's a flower that's forming the fruit, and that's already the fruit. It's crazy, but it's been warm and also quite wet. It's been everything. So just want to take you to the other side. So that's the greenhouse patch growing away. That's great. And the bed where I had planted up the lavender, so they are growing very well. They're doing really well. These are the lavenders that I took from my cuttings, and they're doing amazing. And the rosemary as well. So I'm very pleased about that. And you see everywhere little poppy plants. I'm very happy about that. This part I wanted to go in and start weeding a little bit, but I just want to quickly show you what's happening. So I have these are the poppies, but this is the weed that has the yellow flower. I forget the name of it. So I need to go in, leave the poppies, take out the rest. And as you see, I think this is going to be a beautiful display of some beautiful poppies. And I'm hoping that these are the Shirley's mix poppies, the very petally like poppies, the ones that I can use in arrangements as well. And now the daffodils. So this part has some pennies in it. I'm going to go and put some good soil to make them grow. And then I have the poppies and the daffodils, so that'll be lovely. And on this end, so we've got this iris growing, and I hope that it's going to flower this year. I got them from my neighbor, in my neighbor's garden they flower, so but they need a little bit of protected area. But this looks great because all this is all new growth, the fresh green ones that look like swords coming out of the soil. So that should be great. And then these are the roses, the new ones that I had put in the ground. This one is called the Gentle Hermione. This is also David Austin rose, and as you can already see a new growth. So get along, move on, grow. And on the other side, just wanted to show you the daffodils that are already quite big. It's incredible. This one already has kind of the bud that's ready to, the cask, it's ready to shed. So that's beautiful. The centipede geranium is doing quite well here. Yeah. And I might need to cut back the aquilegia because this has become quite big and tall, but I can see the fresh new growth below at the root. Beautiful hellebores I picked up just at a regular supermarket, but look at how gorgeous they are. The Abslanet's filled with buds. So once this sets seed, I think I'm just going to pop it in the ground. And with hellebores, you have to put them in a kind of a shady wooded spot where they get a lot of moisture, which might be a bit difficult to find here, but I'll find a nice spot for it. And then hopefully every year it's going to delight us with the blossoms. That's Coco resting a little bit after barking her head off at everything possible in the garden. But now I guess she's decided to come down and take it easy in the sun, and who would blame her? Wanted to wish you all a very happy new year, and Coco and me, of course, both of us. And to wish you all the happiness and success and joy and everything that you wish for 2022. And I wanted to just do a very short vlog to tell you what I'm going to do in the garden and what the plants are, and because everything is new right now, right? It's the new year, the new day, and it's just wonderful to be alive. What a great time to live on this planet. In spite of everything that's been going on, but the one thing that it has definitely taught us, and definitely taught me, is that nothing is permanent. Things shift, things change much faster speed than we can possibly ever imagine, and that's okay. And it's our adaptability and how we adapt to new situations that is going to decide how our day and our life is going to be ultimately. So it's high time. It's a great time to become aware of ourselves and to get to know ourselves, which I think is such an important thing. And that's what yoga does, right? It basically forces you, or not forces, of course, not that, but teaches you to look inward and to figure out, how am I going to deal with situations that are going to be thrown my way, because none of them are predictable. This is what we have learned. This is what I have learned. And it's a great time for self-awareness, for self-consciousness. In my garden, of course, the same thing applies. Nothing is predictable. So plants that I plant, and I hope that they're going to grow. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And it never is a question of me doing the right thing, because of course I can do certain things according to the book. I can plant it in a certain way, give it the right ingredient, the right soil, right watering, everything according to what the manual says, if there is a manual that comes with the plant, or if this is something that you've been doing as an experienced gardener. But sometimes things just don't work. And I have stopped like really trying to delve into the problem of trying to figure out, okay, why didn't it work? I mean, of course, it's important to know if there is a real cause for it, if this is because of a disease that's in the soil, or the plant maybe was not right, or the seed was just not correct. But then I just think to quickly move on, because the times in which we live in, the unpredictability is just so swift. Things are just happening so quickly and so fast, and it's this feeling of bam bam bam, like, okay, this doesn't work, then let's get rid of that and then take another seed and see if that is going to work better, and maybe change a couple of things, learn very fast, very swiftly. So this is calling for a lot of our qualities to be enhanced, for a lot of things that we already have them. These are qualities and talents that we already have. We just need to hone this, to sharpen it up a little bit, our skills for adapting, for becoming new, for discovering ourselves every single day, every single moment. And as I was thinking about that, and because in beginning of the year you tend to do visioning, or you tend to write down a journal all the things that you want to achieve for the next year. And one of the things I was thinking of is that how would I call 2022, and how would I say that this year is going to be defined? And I came up with the word, and I think this is the word for true, or the year for true. Sorry. And what I mean by that is that this is the year for me. The motto is just going to be true, whether it is being true to myself, whether it is being true to other people, whether it is being true in my beliefs, in my fundaments, in my values, to keep holding on to that. That has something to do with authenticity, of course, as well, but mostly about being true to yourself. And as I was developing this theme, and I thought, okay, so that's what 2022 is going to be for me, and that's going to be the same thing in the garden, and of course in my life as well, and lessons that I pick up and that I learn through you. And I'm so excited to be on this journey now, in this journey of true. And I am going to write about this, of course, in my blog and also in my newsletter. So if you want to hear more about that, do sign up for my newsletter that I send out every month, if you want to have this. And I will talk about this at length, and take this as the stepping stone for 2022. And this is going to be the recurring theme that's going to go for 2022 for me, on my journey and my gardening journey as well. And I hope Coco's too. I don't know. I have to talk to her, convince her. So I hope you guys have a very, very nice new year. And I also hope that that whatever theme you choose for 2022, that it holds true for you, and that it is for the greater good, not just for ourselves, but for everybody around. So, signing off for today. See you next time.